Hello and welcome to Jazz Guitar Chord Melody, Part 24. Hi, this is Mike Hayes, and in this session we'll be learning the key of F major, the F major 6th Diminished Scale and the harmony that goes with the F major 6th Diminished Scale. We'll also be starting to work on our next chord melody guitar tune. But before we jump in, just a quick reminder to subscribe if you haven't already, so you'll be notified just as soon as our new videos are available. Just to set the scene for today's session, I'm going to begin by playing a chord melody solo of the tune we're going to work on in today's session. See if you can name the tune. How did you go? Did you guess it? If you said, "Oh Lady Be Good," written in 1924, music by George Gershwin and lyrics by Ira Gershwin, you'd be correct. Even if you're familiar with the tune, I'd say you haven't heard it played like that before. What I had in mind when I was putting that arrangement together was something in the style of Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys, that Western swing style. And I know I've said this before, but it's really worthwhile mentioning again, that I think the most important aspect of your musical development is your imagination. You see, you could play the tune "Oh Lady Be Good" many ways, and it's up to your own imagination and how you want to set the scene for that song. Over the years, I've been very privileged to study and play with most of the musicians that I respect and admire. And when you meet these people and play with them, certain attitudes and work ethic rub off. And I'd like to start today's session off with a quote from George Goller, a brilliant musician who is a person that really influenced my early development on guitar. And his quote is, "Let the music take you to the technique." Now I think that's a beauty because it really cuts to the chase. You see, studying the technical aspects of the guitar and music is endless. But if we start by looking at the music that you want to play on the guitar, it will narrow things down and let you focus on the type of things that you need to practice and develop in your guitar playing. So once again, I'm going to put forward some ideas for you to practice and think about. But please keep in mind, it's not what I'm doing that's important. It's what you do with these ideas to help you develop your own style on guitar. Right, we're in a new key, the key of F major. You might already know how to play this scale, but let's practice the F major scale in a linear fashion. That means we're going to play it along the length of the string. And for today's session, we're going to play it on the first string. So here we go, the key of F major along the first string of the guitar. Next up, we're going to play the F major 6th Diminished Scale. You'll most likely remember from previous sessions that all we have to do to create the major 6th Diminished Scale is to add in a sharpened fifth note in addition to the notes of the standard major scale. Therefore, the notes in the F major 6th Diminished Scale would be F, G, A, B flat, C, C sharp, D, E, and F. Let's play the F major 6th diminished scale in a linear fashion on the first string of the guitar. Now, as you'll recall, the significance of this scale is that it's very useful when we're creating chord melody solos. And the idea is that the notes in the major 6th chord, in this case the F6 chord, that would be the notes F, A, C, D. Each one of these notes, when we're harmonising the scale, each one of these notes has an F6 chord under the melody note. So if the melody note was an F, we'd play an F6 under the melody note. If the melody note was an A, we'd play an F6, an inversion of the F6 chord under that A note. If the melody note was a C, again, we'd play an F6 chord under that C note. And if the melody note was a D, we'd again play an F6 chord under that melody note. With regard to all the other notes in the F major 6th diminished scale, that's the notes G, B flat, C sharp, E. Under each one of those notes, we would play a diminished chord. And it's the same diminished chord each time. Remember, it's just a different inversion of the diminished chord. So under the G note, we'd play a G diminished. Under the B flat note, we'd play a B flat diminished. Under the C sharp note, it would be a C sharp diminished. Under the E note, it would be an E diminished. But in fact, we could call each one of these diminished chords E diminished, if you like. And that this diminished chord is functioning as a C7 flat 9. To familiarise ourselves with the key of F, let's begin by playing 5 different F major 6th chords. That's the 4 different inversions of F major 6th plus an octave chord at the top. Okay, it's time now to play the harmonised version of the F major 6th diminished scale. I'm going to play the scale through ascending and descending twice. Okay, over to the tune Oh Lady Be Good. Oh Lady Be Good is a 32-bar A-A-B-A song form. And you'll notice it's the same format that we've used for previous songs, the A-A-B-A sections. So the first thing to do will be to learn the melody. Here's the melody for Lady Be Good, and at the moment we're focusing on just the first A section. I'll be playing the melody straight, just as it appears in the sheet music, and I'll be playing the A section through twice. Next up, we need to learn the vanilla changes. Remember, that's the basic set of chords for the tune that you're working on. So here's a basic set of chords for the first 8 bars. I'm going to play it through twice. The next step is to hear the basic melody over the vanilla changes. Let's have a listen to the A section of Lady Be Good, the melody played straight over the vanilla changes. Okay, that's all we've got time for in this session today. Don't forget to practice the melody and the basic set of chords for the A section of Lady Be Good. This is important that you get all the groundwork done, because in our next session we're going to work on putting the chord melody arrangement together for the A section. We'll also be working on the melody and the chords for the B section, as well as investigating some other interesting ways that we can harmonise the major scale. That'll produce a whole range of different harmonies that you can use in your own chord melody arrangements for your songs. As always, if you've got any questions or comments, don't forget to pop them in the comments section below the video. It's always great to hear from you. And as always, I look forward to catching up with you again next time. Bye for now.